Hello everybody, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related, because there's plenty more waiting over there for you. News, information, fun, advice, it is all waiting for you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And of course, every Monday we are live right here on YouTube, hanging out, talking with all of you. So thank you for being a part of the fun. And if you're watching the video and the replay, that's great, but I want to hear live every single time. Justin Liu is our first person in here. What's up, Justin? Sophie Burns, number 2. Hello, Sophie. Hope you're doing well. Evan Stanchfield is here. We got Cat40132. Great username. Aura is here. Grace Bogarts is also here. Hello. Hello, Jared. Hello, Erica. Money Love is here. Hello, Luis. Hello, Evan. Hello, Lisa. JJ, Chance, Raphael, Wendy, Jody, Torres family. Torres family is sick, but here for the live show. I appreciate the dedication. Hope you feel better soon. Guys, we're going to get a lot of questions today, but we're going to answer the most important one right now. Everybody's going to answer it, because I want to know how many days until your next Royal Caribbean cruise. Put your countdown in chat right now. Let's count down together, because I've got 13 days till my next cruise, Harmony of the Seas. I can't wait, guys. I am so excited for this cruise. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Let's see here. We got Tony Diaz in the house. What's up, Tony? We got our first super chat of the day. Pooji checking in with a super chat. Pooji, thank you so much for that. Very, very kind of you, and great way to start off our live broadcast today. KB Bundles, what's the highest class ships going to the Bahamas for 7 days? Oasis class. You've got a lot of great choices on the Oasis class ships. Liz Franco wants to know, is a passport card acceptable on Royal Caribbean? It is, Liz, but you should know that if you were to ever get stuck outside the country, you can't fly home with a passport card. So while you can travel with one, I recommend getting the book regardless. Mark Hunter is here. Welcome. Money Love, 60 days till Independence of the Seas. Grace, 69 days. Chad Barnett just got off Harmony. Chad, what was your favorite thing on Harmony of the Seas? Let's see here. Keith Bruce, hello. Diana Bird, we're going on Mariner of the Seas in 7 weeks. Or going for 7 weeks, I'm not sure. Nancy Dowling with a giant super chat. Nancy, thank you so much. Corey Huggins, Odyssey of the Seas in 340 days. Heather Hoynes, 108. Nice. And of course, guys, we're answering your Royal Caribbean cruise questions. So feel free to jump right in. Post your cruise questions about anything you got coming up here on Royal Caribbean. Let's try to answer as many as I can. Ron Ladowski in the house. 54 days till Ron's next cruise. TJ Mueller is here. Wants to know, is it better to book via Next Cruise or a travel agent? You don't have to choose, my friend, because you can still use a travel agent to book with Next Cruise. When you go to the Next Cruise office, which is available on board your ship, if you already booked with the travel agent, they'll see it on the reservation, and anything you book in Next Cruise can be automatically given right back to that travel agent you use. Likewise, you can also, if you don't have one, but you want to use a travel agent, when you're in the Next Cruise office, let them know, hey, I want this reservation to go to, this agent at this agency. Kurt Gasper wants to know, are WoW bands on Navigator this season? They are not on there. Enjoying life journeys. How much is the escape room? I believe it's less than $20 a person. I forget the exact price. Of course, you can find the price on Royal Caribbean's Cruise Planner, but I think it's above 10, below 20. If memory serves me correctly. I could be wrong on that, but Chad, you like the piano player? Nice. Jeff Ellenberger wants to know, have I ever cruised to Hawaii? I've never been to Hawaii, cruise or not, but I'd love to do that at some point. Amy wants to know, can you open the dividers on the balconies on Navigator of the Seas? On Navigator, I believe you can. Yes. Giovanna wants to know, what is expedited arrival? Expedited arrival is when you fill out all the paperwork that you need to ahead of time before your cruise, and basically there is a special line just for you where you literally just breeze through because they got everything that you need. All they're doing is just verifying, yep, this is actually the person. Everything looks good. Boom. You board as quickly as possible. It is the best thing you can do. Anybody can get expedited arrival. You just, assuming you're on a ship and a terminal that supports it, but basically do the online check-in via Royal Caribbean's app. That is the key right there. Let's see here. Jessica from Florida just want to know if the rock climbing wall is free. It is complimentary. Hold the phone. Time out, guys. Is Sherry Griffiths here from Cruise Tips TV? Sherry, you're back from wherever you went in California. I saw your post. I think you were like at the beach or something. My goodness, glad to have you back, a celebrity in our YouTube. That is awesome right there. My chat, I think, is locked up. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. I don't know what that means. I really hope that if I reload this page, it's going to work. Because I've never run into this problem before. Sherry broke the internet. Let's see here. There we go. I think I got it. I think it's back again. Craig Tannenbaum just got off Allure of the Seas yesterday. How do I get the cruise compass to you? Scan it in and just email it to matt@royalcaribbeanblog.com. Andrew, my fiance and I want to go on a cruise in September for a combined bachelorette party, or bachelorette party. Her cousin's a junior bridesmaid is 16. Will she be able to attend us even if her parents aren't? If you got someone who's over 21 and that person is in the reservation with that person, technically the answer is yes. Lonnie, thinking of going on a back-to-back on Symphony or doing Navigator then Symphony one day later, what would you recommend? Well, I would go for back-to-back on Symphony. That's 14 days versus about, what, 10 days or so? You got to go for the back-to-back. That's the way to do it. It's really nice. Get the same room when you do a back-to-back. Tracy Goodrich, do you know if at all if Royal Caribbean is going to offer extra discounts due to the coronavirus? Tracy, there's definitely been some great pricing if you're willing to or able to go on a cruise in the next month or so. We've seen some last-minute deals out there, primarily for some of the shorter sailings, but your travel agent can key you in. Basically, talk to your travel agent, ask them to check the going, gone rates. Sherry is driving right now, so can't comment, but listening. All right, 2 hands on the wheel. Your blonde hair fluttering in the background as the wind, that Southern California breeze, passes through your Mazda Miata as you cruise down I-5? 4? Something like that. Yeah, enjoy that. Drive safely, as always. And I think Sherry's going live today? Soon. She's doing a lot of live broadcasts. I know that. I've already got I'm ready to go. My DVR is set. Me Too is going on Rhapsody on Friday. Any secrets or tips for your first cruise? Get to the cruise terminal as early as you can. Just ignore the check-in time you got when you did the online check-in. That's a suggestion. Get there early. I would say between 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Great time to get to the cruise terminal. Check out Izumi on Rhapsody. It's one of the best venues at the top of the ship. Really, really nice. Drew Teleska in the house. Drew from Royal Caribbean Information. Can't wait to sail Odyssey November 5th. Nice. Glad to have you here, Drew. Cat40132, can you please explain how specialty dining pricing works? Sure, Cat. So, specialty restaurants are priced in one of two ways, Cat. It's Cat. Yeah, Cat. Sorry. Specialty restaurants are priced in one of two ways. One is their cover charge, and the other is you pay for as you go, a la carte, right? So, at a very basic level, you go to the restaurant, you pay a cover charge, and all your food is included, or you go there and you pay for whatever items you actually happen to order. You can make reservations for specialty restaurants in advance via Royal Caribbean's website, mostly for the ones that have a cover charge. You can make a reservation for Izumi sushi, which is a la carte, but generally speaking, when you make a reservation online, you pay in advance. You pay the deposit down there. Alternatively, Cap, you can save money on a dining on a specialty restaurant by buying a dining package. It's just more of a question of, do you want to eat at that many specialty restaurants? Let's see here. Ken says, in California, it's cold and windy today. Ken, don't mess with my making fun of Sherry right now. River Pirate 13, is Fort Lauderdale a good port to sail out of? Absolutely. Port Everglades, fantastic. MJ in the house on layover in Osan, South Korea. Excited to see Royal Caribbean going back to Freeport. Yeah, did you guys see the news? We posted about an hour or two ago on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Look at I don't have a watch. About an hour or two ago, posted on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com a brand new $300 million new facility coming to Freeport. So it's I think it's supposed to be completed tentatively by the end of 2022. So more details coming on there. Luke, what's the best class for big families of 7? Luke, I don't know that there's a ship that's bad for you, but without a doubt, if you got many age groups and whatnot generations, I think the newer, bigger ships, the Oasis class. You can never go wrong with the Oasis class, if you ask me. Kyle, what do you know about laser tag on Harmony of the Seas? It's complimentary and fun. Try it out. It's in the Studio B. Nancy Dowling, sorry Nancy, does Royal Caribbean limit the number of people that can have the key on any given cruise? Theoretically, the answer is yes. I say theoretically because we're not exactly sure what that number is, but the answer is yes. Mike Jameson, have you ever heard if Jamaica is turning away any Royal Caribbean ships? I believe they turned away some Carnival ships recently. There's been no reports of having any issues with any Royal Caribbean ships at this time. Let's see here. Jose Pena, welcome. Glad to have you here, Jose. Cheryl Osborne, what restaurants will be on Odyssey of the Seas? You know, Cheryl, there's a lot of cool stuff coming to Odyssey of the Seas. We don't have the full details quite yet when it comes to what's coming here. Let me see if I can get you the list of what we do know about. You're going to have, let's see, you're going to have teppanyaki, which is the hibachi. You're going to have Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar, Izumi, which is sushi and sashimi, Chops Grill, Chef's Table, Wonderland, and I know that for sure there's also Playmakers, because that's going in the Cplex. So perhaps more even to be announced. Let's see here. Typical Jad. I'm traveling with a group of 29 in Symphony next year. Should I give them a tour once I get on board? Or should I just let them figure it out themselves? Can I get a shout out? My name is Binay. Binay, what's up? Yeah, nothing wrong with giving me a tour. I mean, look, at the end of the day, when it comes to group sailing, I know you all want to do everything like arms in hand and like, hey, let's walk around the ship together. But you got to also understand that it's actually more practical just to set up regular times to meet up, but let people do their own thing as well. Captain Kurt, are tickets cheaper because of the virus? There can be deals out there, guys. It's not like it's never a flat out price change or anything like that, but we have seen, and I think because of some last minute cancellations, some decent deals out there if you're looking for a cruise in the next 6 weeks or so. Let's see here. Loretta, have I sailed on Harmony before? I have, Loretta. It's my favorite Royal Caribbean ship. I've been on Harmony, I don't know, 4 times maybe, 5 times. Can't wait to get back on board. I'm so excited for it. Ken's and Makeup, any excursion recommendations for Costa Maya, Honduras, and Cozumel? Costa Maya, I love Maya-chan. Roatan, Mayan Princess is a great all-inclusive resort you can purchase through Royal Caribbean. Pretty good. I've been there. I have a full review of that at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And what was the other port you're going to? Cozumel, I said? Yeah, Cozumel. I mean, spending the day in the beach is a great thing to do in Cozumel. Going to like a Nachi Kokum is a really great choice. So we have lots of suggestions on what to do. We have reviews of everything I just mentioned over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. So let's put it right over there. Let's see here. Monty Love, I know the ships sell water, but can I bring my own water on board? You can, Monty Love. You can bring up to 12 bottles or cans, whatever, of non-alcoholic beverages on your ship per stateroom. And of course, that does include water right there. Brent Ferguson in the house. What's up, baby Emma? Have you been on Indy since the amplification? Do you know if there's a place at the pool for Emma? I've not been on there since the amplification, but I believe Splashaway Bay does provide something. I could be wrong on that, Brent, and we should discuss this over beers, but I think the answer is you're good to go. Sharon Stockman, woo! With a giant super chat. Holy moly. Sharon writes, hey, Matt, finally caught the live chat. Can't wait till my next cruise in 291 days. Christmas on Explorer. Christmas on the ships are great. My goodness. First of all, thank you for your generosity as always, Sharon. And second of all, celebrating holidays on a cruise ship, it's one of my favorite things to do. Whether you're celebrating a minor holiday like a Valentine's Day or a Mother's Day, or you're celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I mean, it is just so much more fun on a cruise ship. Everything's more fun on a cruise ship, right? But when you get to celebrate on board, absolutely, it's incredible. Kim, we're doing the ABC cruise in May. We're going to Freedom of the Seas, first cruise ever. Wow. Let's talk about all the awesome decisions you just made there, Kim. Doing your first cruise ever. Really, really good right there. Freedom of the Seas, brand new, amplified ship, tons of new features on there, just refurbished, my goodness. And the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, so many fun things to do. You basically hit a home run with your first cruise. I mean, there's just no way around that. Mono wants to know, is the wine list the same on all ships? It is not. There's variations that I have found. Some things are definitely like fleet-wide. There are some brands that are definitely across pretty much every Royal Caribbean ship I've ever been on. But I feel like there's a percentage of wines, I don't know what that percentage is, that varies. Luis Lanthier, do you recommend the glass bottom boat ride at Cocoa Cay? I do not, and I've never done it before. But the reason why I don't recommend it is I don't think you should take any time away from an awesome day at Perfect Day Cocoa Cay. There's so many things going on. Save that bottom boat ride thingy for Nassau. Owen Saxton, does Anthem of the Seas have ice cream machines? Heck yeah, they do. Absolutely. Jess and Dawn, do you know if the main dining room has Eggs Benedict for breakfast? Yes, they do. Absolutely. sailing at Symphony in less than a week. You're going to have plenty of Eggs Benedict, not to worry about that at all. Kelly, do you have to have a passport to do a closed loop out of San Juan? I think you can cruise with a birth certificate. I don't recommend it. I think everybody should get a passport. It just makes your life so much easier. The bottom line is it's going to take you longer with a birth certificate than will with a passport. I know they say North America, and last I checked, San Juan, Puerto Rico is part of North America, but I believe the answer is yes, but I've never done it myself. Paul Somerville in the house. What's up, Paul? Will they do anything special for the July 4th events, etc. on Harmony of the Seas? Yeah, Paul, I've sailed on Harmony during July 4th. So here's what you can expect based on my experience on board. There's going to be decorations. There's going to be special drinks. There's going to be, there's decorations, but they did special like July 4th trivia and other July 4th inspired events. There's going to be a giant July 4th cake. There might even be, on Majesty of the Seas, we actually had a July 4th like barbecue on the pool deck. I don't recall seeing that on Majesty. I've done July 4th on both Harmony and Gator. So, giant super chat, Kim. I don't want to mispronounce the last name. Pycooch, am I getting that right? Kim, thank you for the super chat. We've been watching your videos. We're taking all your suggestions. All right, I like it. I can just see with the notepad. All right, you just said that. Write down. It's important. He just said it. I love it, Kim. Well, I hope these tips, in all seriousness, really do help you have an awesome cruise. Mr. and Mr. Vlogs wants to know, how do I feel about a cruise with no sea days? I returned here on Freedom, just got added St. Martin instead of a sea day, all port days. I don't mind it. I mean, I think first and foremost, if you want to have a sea day for yourself, you don't have to get off the ship, right? And you already know that. But, if the ship is docked in St. Martin and you don't want to get off the ship, stay on board. It's great. There's an added bonus by having a no sea day, but making your own sea day. The ship will be less crowded during the day. So on a sea day, everyone's up on the pool deck, right? Because not saying nothing else to do, but nothing else to do. It's the most important. It's the most popular thing to do is go up to the pool deck. But if you have no sea days, then people are doing things on the ship, and it opens up the pool deck more than you might otherwise think. So if you look at it that way, I think it's not a bad idea. Raphael wants to know, can I give us information about the future Icon class? Buddy, I would love to, but I got nothing for you. I mean, and it's because Royal Caribbean has given us absolutely no other information about the Icon class. It's going to be about 5,000 passengers. It's going to debut in a couple of years. It's going to be powered by a combination of liquefied natural gas and fuel cell technology, and that's all we know. And part of that, Pysuch, Kim, sorry about that. Kim Pysuch, Kim, thank you for the super chat. The reason why Royal Caribbean isn't like very forthcoming with like news about new ships coming a couple of years down the line is they don't want you focus on that. They don't want you sitting there, Raphael, and saying, you know what? That ship sounds awesome. I'm going to wait 2 years and book my cruise. No. They want you booking a cruise tomorrow, next month, next year. They don't want you to be holding off. So that's kind of part of the reason. And the other part of the reason is they're still trying to figure it all out, quite frankly. Virginia, what's your opinion of Vision of the Seas? Great ship. There's not one ship I don't recommend with all ships, guys. Whether it is Vision, Symphony, Empress, Rhapsody, Adventure, Liberty. It is all about, does the ship offer what you're looking for in a ship? I think a lot of times the big mistake people make, especially first-timers, is they look just at price, they ignore the ship name, and what the ship has or doesn't have, and just book the cruise. And they get on board and be like, wait a minute, this ship doesn't have a flow rider? It doesn't look like that thing behind Matt? What? No, Vision doesn't have that, the zip line. It does have the rock climbing wall. But as long as you're okay with what it has and what it doesn't have, it's a fabulous ship. You'll love it. Tiffany, if our cruise on Oasis is in November, when should we expect bookings for entertainment to be available on the cruise planner? Not until much closer to your sailing. Probably 45 to 60 days before you're sailing, if that. I'm on a cruise in April on Oasis, Tiffany, and I have not gotten any entertainment yet for Oasis. Jackson, what's a must-do on Symphony of the Seas? Ultimate Abyss. You got to see Hairspray, the Broadway musical. You got to see Flight, the show in the main theater, the original Royal Caribbean production. Fabulous thing on there. You've got to do the escape room, must do on board as well. So many cool things to do on that ship. Jules, will Explorer of the Seas be equal to Independence of the Seas after amplification? Jules, if your question is, will it be the exact same upgrades? The answer is, we don't know yet. Not exactly. It's going to be a little variation, but it'll be very similar. Let's see here. Eleanor, does Rhapsody do anything special for Easter? Yeah, all ships do something special for holidays. You'll have special events, decorations, things of that nature. Andy Porro with a super chat. Andy, thank you so much. Andy writes, if I'm after final payment and the price goes down, what happens? Nothing. You have your cruise booked. After final payment, Andy, the only recourse you have is, let's say you're booked in a balcony. Sorry, let me make this example easier. You're booked in an inside room. Okay, you paid $500 for it, or $1,000, doesn't matter. And then you make final payment date passes, right? Then the price of a room higher, a higher category, a balcony, is now equal to or less than you paid. You should be able to move up to that room. You don't get any money back, but you get to move up to that room. Alejandro says, Hero was amazing. That's on Harmony of the Seas. That's the Aqua Theater show. The escape room on Symphony was awesome as well. Wait, no, Hero is on Symphony. Yeah, sorry. Fine Line is on Harmony. I always mess that up in my mind. But thank you, Alejandro. Susan Westfall will be on Oasis for first time. What entertainment can you recommend? I definitely recommend the Aqua 80 show in the Aqua Theater. That is a must-see on there. And, of course, you can't go ever wrong with, you got Cats, the Broadway musical. That's really good. If you're into musicals, of course. And then you also have the, what's it called? Escape Room. You got to try the Escape Room, Susan. It's really, really good. Matthew Weiss, is Hook Seafood on Freedom of the Seas? Is Ben & Jerry's included in the Ultimate Dining Package? Ben & Jerry's is not included in the Ultimate Dining Package. On Freedom, I honestly have to check. Because all the upgrades are always, all these amplifications are a little different from each other, I have to look it up to see exactly what's different about them. The dining. They're adding Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, Izumi, Playmakers, and El Loco Fresh. So no Hooked. Kyle Morgan, is the Mexican buffet that is on Symphony of the Seas also on Harmony? No. On Harmony, it's still mini bites, if I'm not mistaken. Monobuzz, can minors drink in the Bahamas? In the Bahamas, on the island, you can drink if you're 18, right? But not on the ship. Even if the ship is docked in Nassau or Cocoa Cay, it doesn't matter. So it would really only apply to Nassau, because Cocoa Cay, Royal Caribbean Private Island, still adheres to Royal Caribbean's rules. Owen Saxton, what is the main dining room on Anthem of the Seas, and how is the food? The main dining room is the dining room. I'm not sure what you mean by what is it. And the food is great. I like the food. I think most Royal Caribbean food varies between good and really good. And you have a couple outliers. The outliers being like something that's like phenomenal, and also like, oh, what was that? But generally speaking, most of the food is really in that good to very good range. John wants to know, what can you use your WoW bands for? You can use your WoW bands for pretty much anything you can use your SeaPass cards for. They basically use it interchangeably. It's not to say that you have to, they have anything else that's different about them. But there's two things the WoW bands cannot do. You cannot get on and off the ship with it. You need your SeaPass card for that. And for your muster station, for muster drill, you still need your SeaPass card for that. Elizabeth Taylor. Wow, Liz Taylor in my chat. Is she dead? Beyond the grave? I'm not sure. Liz Taylor, welcome. I'll be cruising out of Cape... I'm sure you never heard that joke before. I'll be cruising out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey in July. Do they have expedited arrival? I can't find it anywhere. I believe they do. I'm pretty sure they do. Eleanor, which ships currently have an escape room? I want to book one for one of my 3 ships. A lot of them do. Oasis, Harmony, Symphony, Navigator, Mariner, Anthem, Ovation, Independence. Those have like, except for Anthem, all have like a dedicated room. I think Spectra might have one as well. I'm not sure on that one. I'd have to look that one up. And then you have some other ships that do an escape room game in a public venue, like Brilliance of the Seas does it in the Colony Club. Some others as well. Paul, is Mini Bites open on boarding? I'm not 1,000% sure, Paul, but there is a way you can be 1,000% sure. If you go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, go to our Cruise Compass archive, find Harmony of the Seas, and look it up. Because you know what, Paul? If you find the latest Cruise Compass and it is open for that sailing, it'll be open on your sailing too. So, Anna, am I supposed to print the set sail pass? You don't have to. It depends. So let me put it this way. If you don't have the app, you don't have digital set sail pass, then yes, you need to print it out. Let's put it that way. Mrs. Thomas, try to send you a super chat, but it won't let me. What? That's unbelievable. Thank you for all your advice. It helped me save about $1,000 on my next trip to Symphony of the Seas in 165 days. Well, Mrs. Thomas, thank you for at least trying. And my goodness, I'm so glad to hear that you're getting some great helpful tips there. Love it. Let's see here. Shayna, with the dining package, can I only eat at specialty restaurants? It's either or. With the dining package, Shayna, the reason you're paying for it is to dine at specialty restaurants. Does that make sense? Like, you're paying to eat at specialty restaurants, so yes. But if you bought a dining package and you said, you know what, I want to eat at the Windjammer, I want to go to the main dining room, sure, you can still do that. I mean, you might argue it's kind of a waste of money, but yes, absolutely. They won't say, oh no, you're not allowed in here, you bought a dining package. They don't care. Matthew Weiss, how is the Surf and Stream Wi-Fi speed? Which ship? Which ship are you going on? Because it does vary from ship to ship. Diana, how much is the escape room? Let me look it up for you guys, because someone's asked me this already, and I gave you a wishy-washy answer. So I'm going to give you a better answer. I'm going to look it up for my upcoming Harmony of the Seas cruise. Actually, I'll look it up for Oasis, because I know for sure it's probably still available. Luis, need to learn how to do Super Chats. You are fabulous. Thank you, Luis. Basically, and again, you don't have to do Super Chat, but you see that right below where you type in your chat comment? See that big dollar sign right below it? It's like, to me on my screen, it's a big dollar sign next to the smiley emoji. You click on the dollar sign, and it'll prompt you to set it all up and do whatever you want. But I appreciate it. I mean, the Super Chat, by the way, guys, is like the tip jar. You don't have to do it. I'm not sitting here being like, hey, who's going to give me $1? You know what I mean? It's not my angle. But it is a way to give back, to help support what we do here at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And I always appreciate it. My goodness. You guys are way, way too generous with your Super Chat sometimes. To the point where I'm like, wow. I don't know what to say. I run out of words sometimes, quite frankly. All right, we're looking up the escape room here, because I want to get that for you guys. Where is the escape room? Onboard activities. Of course, for this one, I think it's sold out already, so that's not going to help me. I have to change to a different sailing. All right. Trying to figure out the price of the escape room for upcoming cruise right there. Odie, is getting the key worth the money? You know, I've done a video here on our YouTube channel about that. I don't think it is. I think that, and you can check out our video we did about why I don't think you should get the key. I think there's a lot of good little strategies you can do in order to get around it, if you will. There it is. I just found one. On Harmony of the Seas, the escape room, the Escape to Rubicon, is $19.99. So thank you very much. Outer Edge with a super chat. Outer Edge, thank you very much. Outer Edge, 95 days till Independence of the Seas. First-time cruisers, super excited, and your videos are like money in our pocket. Well, your super chat is like money in my pocket now. Ha ha! Sorry, I couldn't resist. Outer Edge, thank you so much for your generosity, my friend. My goodness. Very, very generous. Pascal! You crazy woman! Wow! Woo! Thank you for super chat. Pascal writes, we had a great time on Symphony. Looking forward to sailing with you in October on Brilliance. Thanks for everything. Pascal, I owe you a beer if you don't have the drink package. On Brilliance, that is. Wow. Thank you so much. And Matthew Henning with a back-to-back giant super chat. It's like Pascal and Matthew just like high-fived each other and like ran into the chat room here. Do you mean like this? Doing great stuff, Matt. Matthew, first of all, great name. Second of all, thank you for your support, brother. Really appreciate it right there. It's Chris Harrison going on Brilliance on Thursday. It is not fair. I want to go on Brilliance on Thursday. Love Brilliance of the Seas. That 4-night sailing is one of my favorites to do. I did one in January. Fabulous ship. Say hello to Tatiana in the in the pub for me. Andy Lee in the house, welcome. And Daniel posting rather. Escape room 1995 on 70. So yeah, it's $20 basically a person for the escape room. Thank you guys. Really appreciate the chat. You guys are awesome, you know? Because look, I don't know everything, and you guys back me up all the time. Love that. Hello, Trains All Day. Welcome. Let's see here. 5 trip. Will Explorer get the app after amplification? Yes. I mean, look, Royal Caribbean hasn't said so, but basically, whenever there's an amplification, if the ship isn't on the app yet, it's gonna get it as part of that. I think that's pretty much the thing to do right there. Rochelle wants to know, have you ever tried the Taste of Royal? Looks interesting and found it for $30 a person. Actually, I have not tried it, but I do have it booked on Oasis of the Seas coming up in April. So I'm going to do a full review of it, guys, over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. So Rochelle, if you can wait a little bit longer, I can give you a full review of it. It does sound pretty interesting. We had a question from Coaster Lover. Does Harmony of the Seas have Adventure Ocean? Absolutely. All Royal Caribbean ships offer Adventure Ocean. Luke Z, what ship has the best water slides in my opinion? Navigator of the Seas. Without a doubt. The Blaster and the Riptide, fabulous. They're the only Navigator's the only ship that has those water slides. It's really, really good. Abby writes, what do you do to tell the cruise line your birthday is during the cruise? That's a really good question. Number one, put it in your reservation. So call your travel agent, have them put it in the notes area of your reservation. Number two, when you go to any restaurant, let the waiter know it's your birthday. David Sachs, what does Izumi have besides sushi? It depends on the restaurant or on the ship, because some ships have a little more variety than others. But my wife doesn't eat sushi at all. She doesn't like fish at all. It's not her thing. But there's usually other things you can do that's non-fish based. Some ships have the hot rock, which is really cool. It's a giant slab of rock they bring to you. You cook your food right on. There's a choice of, I think, chicken, beef, vegetables, and maybe some shrimp, maybe. Really, really cool thing right there. A lot of fun to do, and it tastes really good as well. You've also got some appetizers that are non-fish based. Edamame is peas. You've got beans, soybeans. I'm not sure what that. Edamame is just amazing. That's all I know. You got chicken karaage, which is fried chicken basically. There's a couple of there's soup bowls which have some great ramen in there. Oh, it's so good. Owen Saxton, how was the indoor skydiving on Anthem? Owen, I would venture to say most people probably enjoy it. Not me though. I did it once. And I crashed. I somehow inverted myself, and I fell down. I went down instead of going up, and I was so embarrassed. I still, to this day, I'm still kind of bothered by it. But I'm sure you'll have a much better experience than I do. Senator, do I have any Royal Caribbean stock? I do not. I don't own any stocks. Where is Spectrum of the Seas now? Andy wants to know. In Australia. We did post photos of that, I think on Friday at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Jeff, can you order takeout from the specialty restaurants? Generally speaking, yes. Depends on the restaurant, but they generally will take your money. Certainly Izumi has no problem doing that. Other ones might, like hibachi, I'm not sure you could do that one, but you could ask. I've certainly seen it, that's for sure. Emmanuel, how does the board game library look like on Harmony of the Seas? Board game library? Emmanuel, I'm not sure I understand your question. What do you mean? The board game library? Oh, do you mean like, wait. You mean like the library that happens to have some board games there? It's pretty sparse. I mean, there's probably checkers and maybe Parcheesi, maybe chess if you're lucky. It's pretty basic. I would not rely on it. Sophie, does Rhapsody have a basketball court? Yes. Dawn, what is a good cruise compass to use to compare for the Explorer of the Seas? May 7th is the first sailing. You know, if you're talking about the post-amplification, you're kind of out of luck, but I would just look at whatever the latest one you can find from the Caribbean, definitely. Garth, I had the same exact embarrassing experience on the iFly. Brother, I say high five for those of us who have no coordination, but I think we're still really embarrassed by that one. So, Matthew Weiss, how was the servant stream on Freedom of the Seas? It's okay. It's nothing great. Freedom doesn't have great internet speeds. It's doable. It's usable for like texting. Fine. Facebook. Fine. But you're not going to do YouTube Live. You're not going to be watching Netflix. It's not that great for that. It's basically good for just, email, basic web browsing, posting to social media. No problems there. Kobe, when will I be able to book dining on Odyssey? It all says undefined on the cruise planner site right now. Just check back later. The short answer is nobody knows. The long answer is nobody knows, so check back a little bit later. Storm Chaser, how good is the Cocoa Beach Club food? It is amazing, dude. The food they offer at the Cocoa Beach Club, the Perfect Day Cocoa Cay, which just costs extra to dine there, I mean, it's food worthy of a specialty restaurant, not something that's like being cooked up literally feet from the edge of the ocean water. You know what I mean? It's that good. Christopher Manley, when will you be doing a tour of Odyssey? I'm booked on Odyssey in November, so expect something on there. And of course, I'll be sharing as much as I can, brother. Ryan, does Oasis of the Seas have a good water slide? Absolutely, yes. They have a couple slides on there. Trains all day. I'm going on Majesty of the Seas in May. Have you been on it? Yes, I went on Majesty in 2018 to Cuba. It's been a while. I mean, look, it's a small old ship, but it's still a great experience. You know what I mean? There's fun things to do on there. Great bars. Ryan-O, 1974 with a giant super chat. Ryan-O, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Ryan-O writes, thank you for all of your Royal Caribbean cruise tips. I appreciate what you do. Brother, I appreciate you for your support. It really means a lot to me. Mungo156, I'm worried about Mariner of the Seas will be getting canceled from the coronavirus. Will be canceled at some point. Number one, nobody knows. I mean, no one can. There's no indication right now to worry about it. I'll be honest with you. I have a cruise coming up in 13 days. I am fully planning on going on it. I think the idea of a canceled cruise because of coronavirus in North America has not happened, obviously, on any cruise line. So until something changes, you should not be worried about that one bit. Jonesy, what's up, man? Welcome, Jonesy. Good to see you in here. Challenger Chris, I have the Royal Caribbean app. Is the chat program a separate thing for communication on Harmony? No, it's built in there. When you get on board, you'll be able to use it. There's an icon on Harmony, top right corner. Click on that. You are good to go. John wants to know, is the food at the specialty restaurants that much better than the main dining? We thought the food was exceptional in the main dining room, especially dinner. It's good. Here's the thing, John. I think really what specialty dining is about is offering cuisines and cooking styles not otherwise available, right? Like hibachi. Can't get that anywhere else on the ship. Sushi. Same thing, right? Playmakers. Bar food doesn't really exist like that, right? Hooked seafood. Like, the food in the main dining room is great. So, John, if you're enjoying it, no, you're not missing out. You're not, like, shortchanging yourself at all. You're having a great time on there. Especially dining is a way to augment your dining on board. It's not necessarily supposed to be a full-on replacement. Do I like Navigator the Seas Coaster Lover? Yes, one of my favorite ships. Does Miami people speak English? Andy, I'm not sure what that means. Yes? Nicholas, I'm going on Navigator Sea soon. Any recommendations? Do the water slides. You'll love it. We also have Nicholas at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, the top 10 Navigator of the Seas cruise tips. Brent, can you talk about Wi-Fi calling? Yeah, we just posted about that at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com today. If your carrier supports it, which pretty much any U.S. carrier supports it now, you just set it up beforehand at home, like right now. Well, not right now. You're watching my video. But after this video is over, you can set it up and test it out. Basically, once you're on a ship, you put your phone in airplane mode, turn your Wi-Fi on, if you haven't already, and re-enable Wi-Fi calling, and then you can use your phone. It uses the internet to place calls, receive calls, and of course, place and text messages as well, text messages with the internet instead of using a cell signal. It's really cool. And again, you can do this at home and test it out. Basically, set up Wi-Fi calling in your device. You can Google, whatever your device name is, like iPhone, Wi-Fi calling, how to. Find the instructions there. And then when you're at home, put your phone in airplane mode, turn on your Wi-Fi, connect to your home Wi-Fi, and then test it out. But it works great. Really, very, very pleased with that across all ships. Ed, are you organizing any activities on Ovation June 5th? So we are on that sailing. It's not an official group cruise, Ed, so we're not doing like official things on there. But I think we'll be having some fun on board. I'm not sure. We don't have anything scheduled right now. Let's put it that way. Kat, my fiance and I love watching you on the big screen every Monday. Look, you're in the living room. Hello, everybody. I don't know what I'm looking at. I love that. I love when people put these live videos up on their TVs. It's so cool. Victoria Martin says, or Hialeah, but otherwise we speak English in Miami. All right. The Hialeah jokes, something all together. Andre, how's the Crown Loft Suite on Oasis for 5 people, 2 adults, 3 kids? Honestly, Andre, if I had the choice, I would tell you get 2 smaller connecting rooms. I think it's a better... Look, I love my kids. I don't like staying in the same room as them. The separation, worth it. Now, of course, look, Crown Loft Suite, dude, is really nice. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you wouldn't really enjoy it, but having an extra bathroom, full bathroom, having separation from the... Not sleeping in the same room in which your kids can see you or hear you, that, my friends, as a parent, is why I always go for 2 rooms. Let's see here. Trains all day. Have you been to the New Orleans cruise terminal? I have not been inside of it. I have actually walked by it, but I've been like, oh man, I wish I was on a cruise right now. But I've never been inside, no. Matthew Weiss says the ultimate dining package for Izumi give you an a la carte credit. Yes, exactly. You get, at Izumi Sushi, you get a $35 per person credit over there. And you can combine it, Matthew. So if it's you and your spouse, right, you get $70 total. You don't have to be like, oh, Matthew spent $40. You know what I mean? You can pool your money together. Lauren Lewandowski. If I get the refreshment package and order a mocktail and want to add alcohol to the drinks, is it cheaper than buying the actual drink? You can ask for a shot. I don't know if it's a real... Honestly, I just order the drink. I've never done the math if it's actually any cheaper. Basically what you're doing is you're ordering the mocktail, and then you're saying, can I please have a shot of whatever? I'm going to guess it's about the same. In fact, when I was on... Let me put it this way. When I was on Oasis of the Seas with... Yes. When I was on Oasis of the Seas with one Brent Ferguson, who's in our chat right now, and I thought, I'm going to buy Brent a shot of tequila. It cost me $15, like with gratuity. So it's not really any difference. Holy moly! Keller IV with a giant super chat. Woo! Thank you so much for all you do. My goodness, thank you for your generosity. Keller IV or Keller 4. I'm not sure. Keller IV. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jane Butcher, how far in advance are the onboard activities like the skate room available to purchase? It really varies, Jane. There is no set time frame. It just appears one day. So periodically, if you're not seeing it yet, keep checking back. Louise, I have more questions for you. However, I do not want to hog your time. Lovely person, thanks for your attention. Well, Louise, you can always post them in here. That's what we're here for. That's the whole point of this video. I'm here to answer it. Now, granted, I freely admit I might not get to all the questions. Not might. I definitely will not get to all the questions. But do not feel like you're abusing the system, right? So appreciate that. Virginia, what does Royal Caribbean do for Thanksgiving? I've been on a number of Thanksgiving cruises. They'll offer a lot, actually. You're going to find a special Thanksgiving meal on board, special decorations, and more. Desiree A with a super chat. Thank you so much. Desiree writes, really appreciate what you're doing. Desiree, thank you, thank you, thank you for your generosity. My goodness. Tariq, are some of these staff infected with coronavirus? No. No. None of the Royal Caribbean staff. Patrick, what is your favorite type of room? I mean, stateroom, I'm assuming you mean? I mean, a balcony. I mean, look, I love a suite. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Holy moly! Woo! David Alvarado with a mega super chat. It might be setting a record right here. Hey, Matt, thanks for all you do. You helped me make our last cruise amazing. Thanks for the swag. Book 2 more, 81 days and 355 days. Dude! David! Woo! My goodness! You animal! Thank you? Well, let's start with thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My goodness, my goodness. Wow. KB, David Alvarado, thank you. KB, is Oasis the class or the ship? Both. So there's the Oasis class, and there's Oasis of the Seas. And in the Oasis class, you've got Oasis of the Seas, Allure of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas. Or how's the internet on Liberty of the Seas? It's fine. It's not great. The best internet on Royal Caribbean is on ships like the Oasis class, the Quantum class. Majesty has some really good internet for some strange reason. Then there's like varying degree. It kind of goes down from there. Liberty's right in that like fine for regular internet use. You know what I mean? Just like casual internet use, no problem at all. Chance Carroll, drop the mic. Absolutely. I don't even know how we follow that up. Let's see here. Mike rocks. First time catching live stream. Looking forward to a Christmas Southern Caribbean cruise on Freedom of the Seas. Thanks to the vids. Mike, pleasure to have you in here. My name is Matt, by the way, if you've never been here before. Maybe you said first time catching a live stream. Anyway, my name is Matt. Thanks for joining us here. And wow, you got an awesome cruise coming up there. Owen, how do you afford all these cruises and how often do I go? Well, part of it of being able to afford is I live in Florida, so I rarely fly to my cruises. Sometimes I do, but that helps a lot. Second of all, I book my cruises as far in advance as I can, and quite frankly, Owen, I dedicate a lot of my time to cruising, like, you know, my vacation time and all that kind of thing. It's kind of a conscious decision on our part to make it worthwhile. But you can find some really good deals out there. It's just a matter of looking and whatnot. Jonesy, if I'm going on a cruise in the next couple of weeks, check prices on your sailing. You might score a very cheap upgrade. You never know. You never know. Ben Knapp, tips for your very first cruise. Brilliance of the Seas, kids are staying home with the in-laws. Man, there's so many great tips I can share with you. And we, of course, to share so many of those, Ben at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But do the online check-in before the cruise. Pre-book anything you're going to be, any of the packages. Wi-Fi, drink packages, shore excursions, dining packages. They will always be cheaper when you book them online before the cruise. Fly into your cruise port at least one day ahead of time. When you get to the cruise terminal on the day of your cruise, get to the cruise terminal there early. I would say between 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. That way you can beat the crowds. Going on Brilliance of the Seas. For sail away, go down to the helipad, which is on deck 4, all the way forward. Best view on the ship. Brent is trying to get Matt with a celebrity cruise sometime, but he is Royal Caribbean Blog, not Celebrity Blog. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. The Chronic 11. Hey, Matt, I've checked myself into via the website, but I have 2 more people to check in. We're going on a waste in 62 days. Can I still do expedited arrival for all of us? Here's the reality, Chronic. I mean, technically, what's supposed to happen is your, in order to do expedited arrival, everyone has to have it. Now, that being said, like, in some situations, I've had it, my kids haven't had it, but I just go first, basically, and that'll work. If you have other people in other reservations, that's going to be an issue. So at least somebody in the reservation needs to have expedited arrival for that to work. Does that make sense? Louise Lanthier with I think it's a giant super chat. It's Canadian. I don't know what that's worth, but I'm just joking. Louise, thank you so much for the giant super chat right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Craig, do you foresee ever adding ships in Norfolk, Virginia, or Charleston, South Carolina? Carnival did. You know, Craig, about 10 years ago, Royal Caribbean used to sail out of Norfolk, but it's been about 10 years since then. You never know, dude. You never know. Never say never. Lauren writes, do junior suites on Symphony include reserve pool chairs? No. DM in the house. What's up, DM? Denise. Is Freedom finished amplifying going on her next month? Yes, she is making her way back to San Juan. Trains all day. How do we get a room upgrade for free? There is no verifiable, always will work way. It's really luck of the draw. So the answer is you can't or you don't know how to. I'm not sure which one is worse, but there you go. Let's see here. Louise, my first time doing Super Chat. Hope it's safe. It's if you can't trust Google. But yeah, it's very safe. Thank you so much, Louise. Really, really appreciate that. Jess and Dawn, if I use Wi-Fi to text on the ship, is there any chance of incurring roaming charges? The only way you'd ever, here's the surefire way to do it. Put your phone into airplane mode. That is the only way you are guaranteed not to use. So basically, and again, you can do this right now at home and test it out. But as long as your phone is in airplane mode, you're good to go. Don't take it in and out. That's the issue right there, because you might forget. Roger Flint, we have a guarantee room booked for Liberty Season in April. Approximately when will it be assigned a room? There is no set time, Roger. It kind of just varies. Just keep checking back. Periodically, it'll show up there. Emmanuel, how do kids in Adventure Club keep in touch with parents? They really don't. If they really need you, they'll page you over the PA system, but it's so rare. You're totally good to go. You can ask Brent. He doesn't even bother. Actually, if you're to that point, if the kids are in a nursery, you know, we're talking about the under 3 years old group, they give you a deck phone. And if you're concerned about it, especially for the 3 to 5 year olds, you can ask for a phone to use. But generally speaking, if they need you, they'll know where to find you, more or less. Preston, what's my bucket list cruise? Australia. It's got to be Australia. South Pacific. I mean, that's the definition of bucket list. Although I will tell you, more likely to happen bucket list, Panama Canal. And I'm glad to see you here, Preston. Let's see here. Got time for another question or two, guys. Then I gotta run on out of here. Great. Oh, sorry. I gotta say it right. Great Beard of Zeus. It's that time. Doing Liberty this season next month. Can't wait. What is the recommended way to get from Houston to Galveston? I think Lyft or Uber. That's what I would do if I was going back there. Jay Morales, do I work for Royal Caribbean? No, Matt does not work for Royal Caribbean. I have no affiliation with Royal Caribbean whatsoever. I'm independent. I write my own checks, things of that nature. I pay for my cruises just like you guys do. Desiree, any news on sale days for Wonder of the Seas? Nope. Nothing yet. Virginia, how do I get from Florida to Orlando Airport? You mean Fort Lauderdale? You mean Florida. Orlando is in Florida. But Virginia, inevitably, my recommendation is always Lyft or Uber. It's simple, it's easy, relatively inexpensive. Probably one of the best ways to go about it. Craig, expedition cruises are becoming a thing. Do you think Royal Caribbean will start getting in that market? They are, but not for Royal Caribbean International. That's why Royal Caribbean recently acquired Silversea. That's where you're going to see the expedition cruises coming. So it won't be from Royal Caribbean International. It'll be coming from her sister brand, Silversea. So, Tim, how does Royal Up work? Do you know your room number if you win it? After you win it, yes, you will get your room number. But basically, you bid blindly for a stateroom upgrade, and if one is available, emphasis on if, and if you're the higher bid, you'll get it. Tony Diaz with a super chat. Tony writes, hashtag sorry Tony. Well, the sorry Tony hashtags will be coming out pretty soon there, Tony. But my friend, always a pleasure having you in here. Love your sense of humor. Josh, where do you fly to for Port Canaveral? Orlando. Orlando is the closest airport to Port Canaveral. It's about 30 minutes. Closest major airport. There are airports that are closer, but I digress. Joe, what's the best way to contact your travel agent? Joe, easiest way to do it, go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. You will see a giant yellow form. Fill out that form. They will contact you. That's the way to do it right there. So, I got time. Let's do one or two more questions and then out of here. James, what currency does Labadee take? Labadee is Royal Caribbean's private destination, so US dollars they'll take there. No problem at all. Great Beard of Zeus. Always think the way you say my name. Was thinking Uber. Yeah. Well, it's a fun name to say. So we have two really fun names in here, right? We've got Great Beard of Zeus, and we've got Greg Steele, right? You got to say those names like that. But for Tony, you've always got to say, sorry, Tony. Tariq, everything about Wonder... Oh, that was somebody else. Sorry about that, Tariq. Courtney's got an Alaska question. How long before departure time should you be on board at the end of the day of a port day? Courtney, great question. Any port that you go to. If the all-aboard time is whatever time it is, 4:30, I do not wait till 4:30 to get back on board, right? You want to be back. I mean, honestly, I always plan to be back on board at least like 2 hours ahead of time. You never know with delays or traffic or something like that. Don't let that get in the way. So I always try to plan to be back a couple hours ahead of time. And look, if you get back to the cruise terminal area and you can literally see the ship and you just want to peruse and shop around, yeah, that's totally cool there. But you want to be back on board well before they say. Cod Squad in the house. I'm going to be on Harmony in 20 days. We'll be departing for Port Canaveral. I was wondering when the terminal opens. 10 a.m. sharp. 10 a.m. And our last question today is from Alexis Danielle. Do prices on the cruise planner for excursions drink packages drop closer to sail date? Alexis, good question. It really does one of these. There's an ebb and a flow. It'll sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. So here's what you want to do, Alexis. You want to book it now. If you know you want a drink package, you want a dining package, book it now, lock in that price, right? If there is a price drop tomorrow, next week, anytime before your cruise, you can cancel and rebook on the Cruise Planner website with no penalty, real easy. You cancel it really quickly, rebook it, you're good to go. No problem at all. But the reason why you don't want to wait is because sometimes the price goes up. And I would hate for you to look at the price now and be like, wow, that's a great price, but maybe it'll be better. Then the price goes up and goes, oh, well, the price went up, but gosh darn it, I already, I wanted that other price there. Don't be that guy. So yeah, definitely pre-book. That's the way to go right there. All right, guy. Thank you guys for joining us over here. Really appreciate you being a part of the fun. It's been tremendous. I gotta say thank you to so many people right now. Thank you for the super chats, because you guys, your generosity today has been amazing. Thank you, Tony Diaz. Thank you, Luis Lantier. David Alvarado. I'm going to be saying thank you for the next 30 minutes. Thank you, David. Really, really appreciate it. Desiree, thank you. Keller IV, thank you. Ryan O, thank you. Matthew Henning, great name, thank you. Pascal, thank you. Outer Edge, thank you. Andy Poro, thank you. Kim Paisach, did I get that right again? Kim, thank you for the super chat. Sharon Stockman, thank you. Nancy Dowling and Pooji, thank you again for your generosity. Guys, and to everybody, thank you for being a part of the fun. Every Monday, we are live right here on YouTube. So I want you guys here each and every time we hang out talking Royal Caribbean. And when we're not here on YouTube, we're over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com hanging out with you guys. Plenty more to keep you busy between Mondays. And my goodness, another super chat coming in. I can't leave. Christopher Manley. Hey, Matt, thanks for all the tips. We are going on Odyssey as well in November on the 28th. Are the beach beds at Breezy Bay worth $200? Thanks. The answer is yes. I love beach beds. I mean, I would probably say, honestly, Chris, if it were me, I would look at the cabanas or the bungalows just to get a little more privacy there. But, yeah, absolutely. They're really nice. Absolutely. So, Christopher Manley, thank you, my friend, for that super chat to send us on out of here. Woo! Guys, thank you for everything. Really appreciate you being a part of the fun here today. Gonna head on out. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Enjoy. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.